I think most people are looking at AI way too small. They're using it to write emails, summarize notes, generate content, but what happens when AI can actually go out on the live web, search, browse, extract, reason, and execute multi-step workflows for you? Because in this video, I used an AI web agent to find real businesses I could potentially sell websites and marketing services to. And in minutes, it found businesses with no website, weak websites, and opportunities I could turn into clients. And then I took it a step further. I turned the same workflow into the engine behind a lead generation software concept. And if you stay until the end, I'm going to show you exactly how this works, why this is very different than normal AI tools, how developers can use the APIs behind it, and why I think this could become an entirely new way to build businesses. And yes, the exact prompts I used will be in the description if you want to test this yourself. Let's get into it. Quick, before I show you what I built, I need to explain what TinyFish actually is because it took me a minute to understand it myself. And once it clicked, it really clicked. Most AI tools today can think. TinyFish helps AI execute. Big difference. The simplest analogy I can give you is this. Most AI tools can tell you how to fish. TinyFish actually goes into the water and catches the fish. That's a very different thing. TinyFish has a few core building blocks: search, browser, fetch, and agent workflows, meaning it can search the web, navigate websites, extract structured data, and chain all that together into multi-step execution. And this is where it gets interesting because this is not just write me a response, this is go do a specific workflow. And that's why developers are excited about this, because this isn't just prompting, it's orchestration. And I wanted to see, could I use that to build something practical, something that could actually make money? So I gave it a real world task: find businesses I could sell websites to. Here's the prompt I gave it. And again, I put this exact prompt in the description. I had TinyFish go to Google, Yelp, and Yellow Pages, search roofing and construction companies in my hometown. Then I had it collect businesses from all three sources, remove duplicates, check whether they had a real website, identify weak sites, and return structured opportunities. And this is where things got wild because it actually worked. It searched each source individually, even got through a CAPTCHA, then returned businesses like this: no website, directory only listing, weak outdated site, real opportunities, not theory, real prospects. And what blew me away wasn't just that it found businesses, it actually found opportunities. That's completely different. A scraper finds data. This is light years ahead. Huge distinction. For example, it found roofing businesses operating with no standalone website, just a phone number and a listing. This is literally a client opportunity. Then it found businesses with weak sites and even flagged why. Weak conversation, basic outdated site, poor digital presence. That's sales intelligence. And if you're a freelancer, agency, developer, or entrepreneur, that should make your brain go crazy. Because if I sell just a few websites from leads like this, that could be thousands in revenue. But the bigger story is how the workflow works under the hood, because this is where the developer side comes in. Let me show you why this is far more advanced than using a simple scraper. This workflow has stages: search, browser, fetch, agent. First, search gathered businesses across multiple sources. Then those URLs moved into the browser layer. That's where the agent actually visits listings and sites. Then fetch helps extract structured information: phone numbers, website presence, opportunity signals. Then the agent layer reasons across all of it, dedupes scores, and returns structured output. That's the difference. A normal scraper may pull information, a single prompt may give you ideas. This chains steps, that's workflow execution, and for developers, that's the exciting part, because once you have structured output like this, it can feed into bigger systems, internal tools, products, automations, entire businesses, and that's exactly where my mind went. I thought, what if this doesn't have to live inside Playground? What if this becomes the engine behind software? So I mocked that up. This is where I think TinyFish gets really interesting for builders, because TinyFish offers APIs for different use cases. They have Search API, Browser API, Fetch API, agent workflows, meaning this doesn't have to stay inside a prompt box. It can become back-end infrastructure. So I took the same workflow and mocked up a lead generation software concept powered by TinyFish as the engine. I call it LeadFish. And no, TinyFish isn't the front end. TinyFish is the engine. That's important. The dashboard is just packaging. TinyFish is what searches, browses, extracts, dedupes, and returns structured lead opportunities. And I want developers watching this to really catch this point, because once this is exposed through APIs, you can build on top of it. Lead generation tools, competitive monitoring tools, research agents, audit systems, even client-facing products. And what I mocked up does things like generate lead lists, categorize opportunities, export leads, generate outreach pitches, track opportunities, and eventually this could evolve way beyond websites, SEO prospects, ads prospects, automation prospects, reputation management opportunities, whatever you sell. And that's why I keep saying this feels bigger than a tool. It feels like infrastructure. If you want to check out TinyFish, I linked it below. And I also linked the lead software concept below if you want to see what I mocked up. And this is where I started seeing how broad this could go, because this same framework could be used for way more than finding web design leads. Imagine using this to monitor competitors, watch pricing changes, research prospects, run website audits, automate QA testing, track opportunities across marketplaces, even build agents around research-heavy workflows. That's where search, browser, fetch, and agent orchestration starts becoming really powerful, because you're not just asking AI questions, you're giving AI jobs. And I think that is a very important distinction, especially if you're a developer or a builder, because I think we're moving from prompting tools to workflow infrastructure, and that changes what can be built. Here's why I think this matters. A lot of people look at AI and ask, how can it save me time? I think the bigger question is, what businesses can this help me build? That's a very different lens, because one lens sees productivity, the other sees leverage, and leverage creates businesses. That's what got me excited. This wasn't look at this cool AI demo. This was I found actual prospects using a repeatable workflow powered by an agent and could potentially turn that into a product. That feels different, and honestly, I think we're very early. If you want the exact prompt I used, I put it in the description. If you want to check out TinyFish, it's linked down below. And if you want to check out the lead generation software concept I mocked up using their API, I linked that too. And I'd love to hear in the comments, what would you build with something like this? A lead gen tool, research agent, something completely different? I'm genuinely curious, because I think this space is about to get really interesting. And if you like videos where we build real businesses, test AI tools, and look for leverage, subscribe, because I've got more coming. This is Zues Ordaz. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.